Welcome to the economics classes. In order to understand the importance of the subject economics, first let's go through that what is the need to study the subject history. See, history it enables us to understand the changes. What sort of changes? As you can see on the screen, there are two cave people, all right? And you can see they are living in caves or small huts. You can see the level of technology of the tools they are using. See, it's just a it is just a wooden stick. What else? They use tools like made up of bones, rocks, etc. And they were basically what? They were hunters and gatherers. On the other hand, as you can see on the screen, this is the picture of today's world. You can see these high-tech buildings, high-tech technologies, and there are lots and lots of facilities. So, in nutshell, history it enables to understand the change. As you can see from the cave people, how we have developed to the present world. Additionally, if I ask you why do we study physics, then physics basically it enables us to understand the physical phenomena which is going around us. For example, in a tube light, how the electrical energy it gets converted into what? The light energy. What else? What is the importance of studying biology? See, and biology is also the scientific study of what? Life. You might be knowing that what is the process of digestion in your body. Now we come on to the importance of studying economics. See, importance of studying economics. In order to understand this topic, let us go through an example. As you can see on the screen, there are three boys. All the three were friends, and they had completed class 8th and got promoted to class 9th. In order to join the new session of class 9th, each one of them got rupees 5,000 from their respective parents. Rupees 2,000 for the books, rupees 500 for the copies, 1,000 for the school uniform, rupees 500 for the school bag, and rupees 500 for the groceries they had to buy for home. And additionally, they had to at the same time save rupees 500 in this amount. Now, the first boy, Mr. Sincere, as the name suggests, now he is a very obedient boy. So, as his mother has directed him to buy rupees 2,000 for the books, 500 for the copies, 1,000 for the uniform, 500 for the bag, and 500 for the groceries, and 500 for the saving purpose. He followed the instructions as it was given by his mother. So what do we observe in this example? See, coming on to the second friend, Mr. Extravagant. And what is the nature of this friend? That Mr. Extravagant, he spends lots and lots of money on unnecessary things. Like, he has also received rupees 5,000 from his parents. But what he did, instead of buying new books for his school, new copies, uniform, bag, groceries, and savings, he opted for, he bought a t-shirt of rupees 4,000 for himself. And the rest, 1,000, he ate something in the market. Now he is left with nothing. So, what do we observe in this example is that he has opted for short-term gain. See, the moment he bought the t-shirt, he felt very happy. The moment he ate the pizza, he also felt very happy. But do you think that he has sacrificed his going to the school? Will he be able to go to school without the books, copies, bags, uniform? No. So he has sacrificed his future for the sake of a t-shirt and a pizza, which is not a very wiseful step. If the government is also like Mr. Extravagant, means if the government focuses upon importing luxurious cars and expensive items into the country and not focusing upon the education of the poor children of the country, then the government is also not making a very wiseful decision, just like Mr. Extravagant was making. Now coming on to the third friend. Name is Mr. Prudent. And what is the nature of Mr. Prudent? See, Mr. Prudent is a person, is a boy who makes very sensible and very careful decisions after analyzing the situation. See what I mean, that Mr. Prudent also went to the market and he also had rupees 5,000 in his hand. But what he did, that when he was going to the market, he saw a beautiful t-shirt which was costing rupees 2,500. So he bought it. Then he was feeling hungry, so he ate a pizza of rupees 500. And if we compare Mr. Prudent with Mr. Extravagant, Mr. Extravagant had bought the t-shirt. He has bought a very expensive t-shirt costing rupees 4,000. He also ate a pizza of rupees 1,000, but he ate a pizza of rupees 500 and bought a t-shirt, a cheaper t-shirt of rupees 2,500. Now, Mr. Prudent has only rupees 3,000 cash in hand to spend. What he did, that Mr. Prudent, along with the t-shirt and he ate a pizza also, he bought the books of rupees 2,000, because he very well knew that without the books he cannot go to the school. And how will he study then? Then what happened? Without the copies, he cannot write. He needs something to write on. So he bought the copies also. And if he will go home without the groceries, the mother will scold him. So he bought the groceries of rupees 250 only. And at the same time, he saved rupees 250. So I think this is a more balanced and organized expenditure. On one hand, Mr. Prudent has not sacrificed his t-shirt and a pizza, and at the same time he has not sacrificed his career also. He will go to the school. So in nutshell, if we talk about economics, we have seen in the above example that economics is all about scarcity. We know that the resources are limited, means in simple words, 5,000. All the three were having only rupees 5,000, but they had a lot of choices to make. All right, someone wanted a very expensive t-shirt, someone wanted to buy some books, someone wanted to save. All right, so economics is all about scarcity. Resources are always scarce, and when the resources are scarce, scarcity only leads to what? It leads to choices or alternatives. Economics is the science which studies the human behavior. So we have seen in the previous example that there were three boys and they behaved in different way. Behavior as a relationship between the ends and the scarce means, which have alternative uses. See, what is the meaning of this statement? That there were three boys of different nature and all had the same amount of money, means the resources were scarce or the resources were limited, or in very simple terms, that rupees 5,000 was limited. And in the same amount, someone wanted to have only pizza and a very expensive t-shirt, and someone wanted to have new books, new copies, new bags, new uniform, and also some groceries for home, and at the same time some amount of saving. While as We have seen in the case of Mr. Prudent, he also bought a t-shirt, but it was not a very expensive one. He also ate a pizza, but it was a cheaper one. And at the same time, he bought all the things which are essential to make up his career. Without the books, he cannot go to the school. Without the copies, he cannot go to the school. And groceries and savings, they were also very important for the family. And what he did, that he used his old bag and old uniform to go to the school. The importance of studying economics. The first one, the intellectual value. What does that mean? See, economics, it helps to develop a balanced thinking pattern. See, till now we have seen that there is also a tug of war between wants and needs. As we have seen in the above illustration, that all the three friends, they wanted more and more of the t-shirt, the pizza, but they needed to buy. The needs were different. They had a lot of desires in their heart, that but they needed to buy the books. Books were very essential to frame their career. Copies, pens, stationery, also the groceries for home, and at the same time saving is very important. So don't you think so that studying economics will enable you to develop a balanced thinking pattern, like what Mr. Prudent did? He also bought a t-shirt and he also ate a pizza, but at the same time he did not compromise his career. And balanced thinking pattern will ultimately lead you to a better decision making ability. See, just for an example, if a beggar hits a lottery, so do you think so it is very prudent or it is a very wiseful decision if the beggar buys a luxury car for himself? He can instead buy a small house for himself, buy some food, or even better, start some business, so that he doesn't have to beg in the future. Then the second importance is practical purpose. See, with better decision making ability, the individual becomes a better consumer, producer, and a manufacturer. How a consumer? See, if economics helps a consumer to control their expenditure with his income. We have already seen in the above examples that the resources, or the amount was only rupees 5,000. But in order to attain maximum happiness and satisfaction, what Mr. Prudent did, he bought a cheaper t-shirt and he ate a cheaper pizza. And at the same time, he did not compromise with his career. Like, he bought the books, he bought the copies, he used his old bag and he used his old uniform, and bought some groceries and the savings. So don't you think so Mr. Prudent had maximized his happiness and satisfaction from rupees 5,000? Then coming on to the producer. Now moving on to the producer. Economics helps a producer to choose the right option. Means, what are the goods or services which are in a huge demand during a certain period of time, because the resources of the producer, they are limited. So what the producer should produce or make in order to invest his limited resources to get maximum profit from the available resources. For example, if there is a rainy season, then the producer will produce umbrellas and more of the raincoats in order to earn the maximum profit from his available limited resources. Then what about the government bodies? See, it is very essential for the government to earn revenue. And why? In order to build, maintain and develop the economy. In order to develop, maintain the economy, the government frames certain policies to earn the revenue. See, for example, the revenue which will be earned by the government. It will be used for things like education, other necessities like providing the houses for the poor people, like we have seen the Mantri Awas Yojana, etc. Right to education means providing free and compulsory education for the poor children who cannot afford the education expenses. Then, now this is Paul Anthony Samuelson. He has termed economics as the queen of social science.